Hey, what's up everybody? Duck here. Welcome to the stream. Do a quick audio check for me since we haven't been on for a while. Make sure our settings are still appropriate. How's everything sound? Music too loud? Sounds good. All right. Well, let's get going. All right. So a little different for a change. We actually starting with this just disgusting shitcoin XRP. But again, it's not because of the asset, guys. We don't care about the asset. The underlying asset is irrelevant, right? All we care about is the technicals and what the chart is trying to tell us is happening, okay? So basically, we've been watching this harmonic develop, okay, for I don't know, good couple days, right, in the Discord. And now we've basically hit this completion long area, okay? And again, don't worry about duration, right? We just drew that to be nice and aesthetically pleasing at the time, but technically it ended up looking like this, okay? So when we dial it in, this is what we end up with, okay? So XRP is now, I mean, you're basically getting a double bottom inside of that that long area, the D pattern completion zone, long entry area, okay? So this happens. We even talked about this yesterday or day before on, I think it was probably Bitcoin. We said, okay, here was your initial dump, right? And then here's your like double bottom on a large scale, but then within the small scale you need another double bottom here. Again, ideally you paint a higher low, right? Just like you so far have, where you haven't broken below that initial May 19th X low at 84 cents. Your previous, you know, wick down was 86 cents, all right? So looking at the oscillators now, let's check out the RSI first. And we did have a decent amount of bullish divergence that developed on the RSI. Same thing on the MACD, right? So we had this, you know, on this momentum indicator, we're put in lower levels of negative momentum. Okay, that's what we're trying to look at here. And at that same time, price, you know, painted a lower low, right? So even on the relative strength, right? Higher levels of relative strength, lower low on price, class A bullish divergence. Yeah, it's on a low time frame, but we'll get to that, okay? And again, guys, it's not that it's always illegal to look at a low time frame. You're allowed to look at a low time frame when you're in this type of zone, okay? So you paint the pattern on the 4 hour, the daily, right? Something larger, more significant. And then when you're in your zone, inside of your target area, go ahead and zoom in and try and get, you know, a better entry, right? That's okay. And again, in this little choppy zone right here, you should never be in a position of being able to get liquidated, right? I know it's even been choppy in there, but if that's ever a concern inside of your, when a pattern completes and you're getting liquidated in the completion zone, barely entering and then automatically getting licked, you're way over leveraged, okay? So things like that should be a signal to you like, hey, you know, chill out, right? So let's zoom back in here and all right. Okay, so what we're looking at here on XRP is sorry, I went the wrong way. We don't want to lose that X low, right? So with these stops, guys, it's really tough when you just see it, you didn't lose it yet, right? But it's tough if you just have an actual stop there, right? It's more about like if you happen to sell off and wick through there but get bought right back up, you shouldn't be really necessarily closing the position, okay? It's for when this is rejected more so, but you're not able to do this kind of thing if you're over leveraged, right? This is more of a spot 2x 3x, really low leverage type of thing, okay? So not saying that's going to happen here. I'm just saying when it comes to stops, if you're playing with high leverage, if you're playing with fire, you don't give yourself a chance, you know what I mean, to adjust to, there's ebbs and flows, there's stupid cascading liquidation wicks, right? So Is it live? This pattern, yes. XRP is live. I'm already into a long on a lot of stuff that we'll cover right now, but XRP is live. This is the D pattern completion zone, target entry area. It's actually more like this. That one would have wanted to have been layered. Yes, the wick fell below, but immediately price followed through price action, was bought back up. And you can see that, you can see, whoops, let me go this way. You can see that right here, okay, where you had this nasty wick down and then follow through price action, you were immediately bought back up into the completion zone, and then you confirmed back at the bottom end of this kind of layered area that we had identified. You immediately engulfed, and now you're basically selling back off to a square up of the engulfing candle, squaring up back at that level we had identified at 95 cents, and you're holding. So if you can hold here, this is a good area to enter a position on XRP here. Okay, so that's all I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's look at it again as far as targets would go. Okay, guys, so, before we get to targets, I want to tell you something else. On the larger time, this is 30-minute. Again, we have to understand that a pattern on the 30-minute here is going to play out much faster than a pattern on the 4-hour or the daily. So if we were to go to the 4-hour, if we go to the 4-hour on XRP, then we're not quite there yet. I mean, we're kind of there. It's possible, but Bitcoin isn't quite there. That's even more of the bigger picture, right? I feel like there's not been that final sell-off on Bitcoin's development. So if XRP is going to run here, Bitcoin has to run too. But if Bitcoin sells off again, XRP is just going to get, destroyed again, right? So even though there's a pattern, we're not quite developed on the larger time frame, right? Especially the daily. Like, look at this daily, right? This is trash. Daily is trash, right? So we don't got nothing there. So what I'm trying to say on the 30-minute, going back to the 30-minute, is yes, you have a chance to get a little kind of relief price action bounce here, but it's not going to be it. This isn't the bottom, okay? This is not the bottom. We're going to maybe relieve rally up, but then we're going to fail again. This is the bottom, okay? You see what I'm saying? So if you're going to take this, trail a stop, keep an eye on her. Don't get greedy here. This isn't a time, right? This isn't a time. We will see that on the daily. We're going to be looking for some kind of hidden bullish divergence. We're still ultimately painting higher lows on a significant larger looking zooming out time frame, right? So okay, so looking back to XRP, targets here would be the C high and the A high. Is it possible that you get more than that? Sure. It's possible that you from A high to the, you could go all the way to the wick low, or you could be more conservative and just take it to the D, right? Just be more conservative. It's possible to still get the 1272, the 1414, and the 1618 here, right? It's possible. But again, Bitcoin has to hold up. As soon as Bitcoin says the party's over, the party's over, right? Bitcoin is gonna, that's it, right? It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter what shitcoin you are. XRP is no exception, by far no exception to that rule. XRP will get cucked the second Bitcoin says, I'm going to go ahead and double bottom for you now, right? So just watch out, right? Watch out here. But If Bitcoin can at least say maybe go sideways, maybe you go sideways, or maybe you do get a little bounce. We'll check it out, of course. But this area up in here, okay, it's almost going to now X A. You could probably take it here, right? B, C low 886. Your B was a 50. This is going to be an 886 bat. Oh, where's it going to be? Where's it going to be? Right there. You might get all of it. You might get all of it. I mean, it's up to Bitcoin, right? But it would kind of make sense. And then that's when you dump again, right? Just enough for people to get bullish, right? People are like, you know what I mean? They get all bullish right here, right? Yeet, right? And then, nope, we hit this completion zone and come right back down again. Devastation again, right? Round 2 of the rug that loves to just, I mean, this it just sets you up, right? It just sets up the relief rally, right? Oh, this is the V-shaped recovery. Up, no, slightly lower high, nah, sell off, right? So it just that like ultimate bear trap. You'd almost be painting this massive just flag if you want, I don't know. But yeah, and then this, who knows? We have to see, right? But this could even sweep that low. You'd hate to see it, right? You'd hope it would just park up here, right? You'd hope it park up here and then allow you to paint hidden bullish divergence, right? If you got something like that, then we'd look maybe for a lot. We'll see, right? We'll be looking at it as it develops. It's too early to call, but yeah, I mean, there's a potential there, right? There's obviously a little bit of green on the chart, but that's because right now you're in extreme volatility. You know, down, up, down, right? Extremely volatile asset, extremely. So this isn't an investor's market. I don't know how many times I gotta say that shit. This is a trader's market. If you're a trader and you could identify potential structure and a potential trade setup, potential plan at least, geez, have a freaking plan, right? If you can at least do that, you know, there's a chance to make a little money here off of XRP. Sorry guys, I'm dying here. Okay, so again, it's up to Bitcoin though. We need Bitcoin to hold up. For as long as Bitcoin holds up or goes sideways, XRP has a chance. That's your timer, right? It's like, you know, third quarter of the game, right? First quarter, second quarter, here's halftime, third quarter, right? And then as you approach here, you know, you get into the fourth quarter and your timer is ticking, right? When is the buzzer? When's the game going to be over? It doesn't have to hit. You could fail short. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to give you everything. So just don't be greedy. Get what you can get. Layer out. Layer the F out. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's go to Bitcoin. See what the hell's going on here. Jesus. Okay. All right, guys. This morning, geez, I didn't even look at it really. I've been on that flight. We got a pretty good sell-off, but again, look, like we didn't hit the target on Bitcoin. We hit the hell out of the target on ETH and on basically everything else, right? XRP, Litecoin, ETH, whatever, right? But Bitcoin though, it didn't hit that target yet, so it's kind of scary right here, really in no man's land, because there's basically this makeshift low time frame range that you developed here, right? You see it from high to low here, and you're just in no man's land, really no man's land. This could hold and then you can get the top of the range, which there's a square up right here at 41, right? Maybe you get 41 again, and then that's where we get our double bottom. But it sweeps the low, hits the long entry area, right? Hits this area, and then you get it, right? That would be okay too. That would be nice. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of low time frame stuff, so we're still not there on the daily. We'll zoom out here in a bit, but from this double bat here, I mean, this was pretty gross this morning. I woke up and checked Bitcoin, and I saw that it was pumping. Painted a bat on it. Let's zoom in one more, 15. You can see it a little bit better. Okay, so what we have here, guys, is this 50% retracement. So let me kind of repaint it for you, or whatever, I'll just leave it there. So you had the initial sell-off, right? The initial impulse down, you retrace 50% of the way, put in the B, right? Painted the B, and then you went down 886 on the C, and then you rallied up and you hit the 1618. See the 1618 and the 886 D short entry target area. This is where I said, I don't know what the fuck I said, something in the Discord, but watch out, and just nuked, and then continued to bleed out, right? Just dead, devastation, wrecked. Everybody's done again. Just when everybody was getting bullish, and nope, rugged. It's beautiful. Okay, so now, okay, maybe we're painting Bolkowski double bottom here. V, Adam, Eve, double bottom, right? Neckline. This is what we need. Wick us down into it, get us back up, stay here, rally, right? Can you see it? Can you see it? That's pretty sloppy, duck. But you get the picture, right? Let's see. Maybe we could paint it a little clearer. You got the V-shaped recovery. Let's go here. Where you get this like double bottom. Adam and Eve double bottom. The V is tight. This one takes forever. It just... People just get so tired of it. Wham, right? So, I don't know. We'll see how this develops, but this did not hit. I mean, it hit a pretty good... It dumped, don't get me wrong, but... yeah, I don't know if it's quite... It's because the high time frame. Okay, that's why. Let's zoom out. Okay, sorry. Okay, look. Stop was above. Oops, sorry. Stop was above here on that short this morning. We never hit 43.5 again, right? All we got was 42.3. We were a G short. The long entry remains down here. Like, wait, I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. Yes, we did get it on over here, right? But it's like we need this double bottom here. You got a little bit of convergence on the 4 hour, which is good to see, because this will give you maybe this relief to the square up, right? But then you'd really get this double bottom. Here's the V, right? I don't know, I'm not convinced yet. Okay, so the 4 hour painting, decent amount of convergence, okay? Not divergence, convergence. And then the daily, though, when we look at the daily, it's really trash. This is really trash. Sorry, I'm doing that wrong. Let me just try and clean this up, or it's just messy. Get off of there. Get off. Okay. So if we look at the MACD, we're painting bearish convergence, where on the 4-hour you're painting bullish convergence. So they're conflicting oscillators. You see what I'm saying? We're trying to line up in harmony across the board here, and we don't have it. We don't have it. Alert. We just don't have it yet. Okay? We have not developed the kind of harmony that we like to see, where oscillators on multiple significant time frames, right, the daily and the 4-hour would be aligning, right? They both paint they both would be painting class A bullish divergence. This is like class B bearish convergence, bruh. That ain't bullish. On the 4-hour, okay, we just said it. Maybe you're painting convergence, right? Convergence. But that's not divergence, okay? I mean, it's converging, right? Class A bullish class B bullish convergence on the 4-hour. On the daily, class B bearish convergence. Neither of those are class A. They're both class B, so they're gay. G-A-G-Y, gay. And you got no kind of pattern. You got no kind of pattern. I did just read your comment, and I answered your question. What are you talking about? All right. There's no kind of structure here yet. You need to paint the structure. Okay. We need this kind of higher low, maybe. Maybe we get this higher low. And then we go up to the neckline, right? Where we have a low on price, a higher low on price. We have a neckline structure. You know, we then would get some kind of measured move. This would get us back, okay? Back to this next area up here, 55, right? What has Duck been saying? Bitcoin's going to 55, bro. There's a square up there, but your just has to be patient enough to wait for it. Wait for the whales to refill, and then we get the push. Okay, this is you need to get the momentum back on your side. Right now, the bears still kind of have it. Okay, bears are not fucking around here. Okay, so if we, if we're patient enough here to let our orders fill, and we're not over leveraged and we're not over positioned, and maybe on some low time frames on some other shit coins you can scalp a few trades, right? Like XRP, we just painted it, right? Even right here on Bitcoin, you can hit the range high again, right? We let me zoom in. Range, let's see, 4-hour, maybe better view of it. Excuse me, whoops. It was, where was I at? Gosh, dang it. All right, we'll just stay on the daily, I guess. All right. So here's your range high, okay? Here's your range low, the white lines. Here's the range midpoint, okay? So you first tested the top of it, right, as support. You bounced a little bit, squared up that initial low time frame area, but then you sold back off, and then you fell in. Then you sold all the way down, and you created the bottom of the range. Then you came back up to the midpoint. Traders settled up at the midpoint. You went back up. You tested the top of the range, and now you're back at, fell below it, but are back at the range midpoint. So it's possible to test the range high again, 42, reject 42 somewhere here, reject, sell off, test the range low somewhere, put in a slightly higher low, and then that's where you get the new range high, okay? That is the way to Valhalla. Let's check out Russian Ethereum. Since the Russians are about to cuck us anyways, might as well buy some of their coin. It's going to be the new reserve world currency, right? Well, we're getting ass raped. Tired of this shit. All right. Good structure here. We got it once, right? We got it once. Boom. We can bring it back. Bring it back. Trader settled up right on top of that range. We got the 786 layer long area. What would this now look like as far as structure? Again, if Bitcoin could hold up here, maybe you already have a little something on ETH where you had that initial low, higher low. Maybe you were getting some kind of neckline here, right? And again, it's up to Bitcoin. It's really up to Bitcoin, but it's possible that, you know, Ethereum could maybe get back into this congestion zone and reject again. Okay, so yeah, we'll just have to keep an eye on it, right? But that's that 618 golden retrace zone between the 382 and the 618. That would be overlapping areas from your measured move and your 618 kind of zone, right? So let's see if Bitcoin will allow but something like that and then sell off again, okay, on Ethereum. Maybe if you're lucky, you get the deep retrace, reject 4 grand again, square up some of this high stuff. But again, it's up to Bitcoin, right? It's up to Bitcoin. So we just need to always be mindful. Okay, this is Litecoin. Let's see. Clean this up a little. Okay, so Litecoin, you got your target also. This was almost perfect, spot on. Look at that. All we would do is bring this back and it would look like this. Okay, is it possible to double bottom? Of course it's possible to double bottom. Do you have to double bottom? No, you could just go right up. Okay, but again, it's up to Bitcoin. Everything is up to Bitcoin. C, A, first areas of interest. You would have a stop somewhere below or be watching this area 146. You wouldn't want to lose 146, right? So, you know, somebody that would have layered in this zone would have had 3.5 to 1 equitable trade on Litecoin. Okay, I'm gonna grab another drink real quick and give you guys some music for 1 second here. All right, we're back. Had to get a new drink. Talking too much here. Okay. All right. So Litecoin. We could look at the oscillators real quick. Um, yeah, I mean, we're let's see what we're painting here. Bearish convergence. You have a little bit of bullish divergence on the RSI. It might even just be convergence. Let's check it out. Yeah, that's just convergence. So not so hot. Again, this is why I think there's still one more sell-off. You're gonna get a little relief, okay? It happens. It's just it's bearish buying, okay? Bearish buying. They're just setting up another rug, another rug, another rug. So if this is why, again, I say this is a trader's market. This isn't time to be investing in Litecoin for your kids' college. You know what I mean? That's I wouldn't be playing that kind of game with this. That's what the boomer stonks are for. Stuff that stays sideways, right? So I don't know. Yeah, this is just, we need to, when you get some profit, you need to be trailing stops. And here's the thing, you could trail a stop for a percentage. Say you're in for 5 Litecoin. You could have a trailing stop for 1 or 2 Litecoin. So maybe you get stopped out, lock in a little bit, it dumps a little, but then keeps going, and it wasn't quite done. Well, you still have 3 Litecoin running. You just locked in 2, right? So just because a stop gets hit, even on the bottom side, you don't always have to stop out your entire position. You could stop out a portion of your position, which will dramatically reduce your margin ratio, and you shouldn't be over positioned anyways, but that would definitely now allow you to breathe in case this just wicked and came right back up, right? There's just, I don't know, there's different ways to do it, but it all depends on the way you position and the way you leverage. If you're getting reckless, then strategies don't really apply to you. You've created your own rules outside of the circle of trust, and your reckless behavior has to have its own strategy, and that doesn't apply to what we're talking about. So you can't mix the two. That's cheating. That would be too easy. The market will punish you for that. You're not allowed to do that. So are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, look at your shit. You're looking right at it. Are you doing that? If you are, you're getting greedy again. Like, how many times do you have to learn before you're going to cut it out? You know? But whatever. To each his own. So, all right. On Litecoin, yeah, if you were in a long at 160, I'd be looking for 2.25. The dog, we haven't looked at this for a while. I don't even want to look at this, to be honest with you. Hit that zone, rallied up, sold off. But initially it was fun for a while. See what I mean? Like on Litecoin right now, you're painting a pattern. You're going to get some of it, but if Bitcoin says no more, you're going to just sell off again. That's a perfect example right there. So let me... yeah, I don't know if I want to get too crazy right now on charts, because to be honest, guys, the what we just did on Litecoin, Ethereum, and XRP basically looks the same on everything. Okay, so you don't need each one by one. You just need to understand that if Bitcoin gives you enough time, right? If Bitcoin will just range sideways or up, then those coins will have a chance, okay? But Bitcoin's going to end up selling off again all the way down, okay? So this is your window of opportunity across the alts to play, right? But don't play for too long. Last call is approaching again, okay? You're just going to get rugged again. So trail that stop,
let's wait for that double bottom on Bitcoin right here. Really, on the daily, we're gonna then be painting that, or even a slightly higher low here, right? Pull it up here. Maybe even at the range midpoint again, right? Go to the high, back test the midpoint, paint hidden bullish divergence, and then we get the next range high. Something like that would be what we're looking for. Okay, so let me clean that up for you. We test the range high, we go all the way down, fail, back test the midpoint, sell off. We come back up. Nope, sorry. I was saying hold the midpoint, and then we come test the range high again. This is where we would go. In order to do the hidden bullish divergence, it would be here, okay? It's possible that we start with hidden bullish divergence. If you want class A bullish divergence, that means you have to sell off and paint a lower. You have to put in a lower low on price to paint class A bullish divergence. So that would be rough, right? You'd be at 2,800 again. I mean 28,000. So hopefully 35 is kind of that sweet spot, because we're starting to paint it as support here. So we'll test it once as support, second time as support, and then we'll go back to a new range high kind of situation, okay? So again, you guys know the plan here. Keep an eye on Bitcoin. When Bitcoin rejects 42 again, you should probably cash in your alts. We're still not developed on Bitcoin on the high time frame, but it doesn't mean the party's over. It doesn't mean bear market yet. Okay, if the daily can hold here, it's possible we can rally all over again. Okay, so it's not over on the high time frame. On the low time frame, though, we gotta watch out, because there's still one more bite. We're gonna stop hunt the early longers again. Okay, so let's not be part of that. Let's take a little off and let's be patient. This is going to take some time to develop on the high time frame. This could take 10 days. I don't know. We don't know duration. We just don't have our structure yet. So it's just not there. It could take longer than 10 days. I'm just saying we need to get that structure that doesn't yet exist. We need more data so we can make a better decision. And that is where we will look to enter our real swing long for the next, maybe a couple weeks after that, the other way. As momentum shifts on the high time frame, it could take a while to lose that then bullish momentum, right? So, but right now, it's just not time. So if you're going to mess around on the low time frame, understand what you're doing, understand the game that you're playing, and act accordingly, right? Don't act reckless. Understand what you're doing, that you're trying to add to your stack so you could then further accumulate a bigger position on the real entry area. Don't get chopped up before the party even starts, okay? There will be another real entry on the daily. We just need to let it happen, and everyone else goes crazy around us. We sit back, eat popcorn, take it all in. You're in, for a couple percentage of your stack on a few of these alts, just to get a little dopium going in the system, right? And then eventually we will get ours. We will sit back and we will act like predators, apex predators. When it's time, that's when we pounce, right? Right now, be careful. ETH was great. We hit it. It was great, right? We hit it. It was great. Let's see if we could get this. You got it. Let's see if we can get some out of here, and then let's get it again and do it again, right? So that's the plan. Hope you guys enjoy the stream. I need to get some rest. I just want to go live. I'll probably go live in the morning again when I get up and have some breakfast and get situated. We can probably go live again and see what happened, especially because we're just looking at the 30 minutes. So we will get a little bit of development, in 12 hours. So I will see you guys in the morning. Have a good rest of your evening. Duck out.